government will go. We will do what Africa has not done before. We don't care about the constitution. We don't care about P2B. We don't care about Atiku. We will change the leadership, everything that is called Senate, everything that came with this government, everything that came with 2023 election, we go. Everything. If one person die in this thing, everything that came with this thing, and let me tell you, this protest is not the one we will do. After 1 week, we go. We fire to the fire. We will fire to the. You see the way we have started discussing protests now. Very soon, all spaces will be hosting. 50,000 Nigerians will be on space from all over the world. The funding will be there. The lawyers will be there. If you lock up anybody, the person will be brought out. The lawyers will be there to follow up the court. Anything you want, fire to fire, money for money, anything you want. We will fund this protest more than the elections. What you saw in 2023 is child's play to what is cooking, because this is a fight for Nigerians. It is not. In fact, let me tell you people, there is nothing like party.
In a communique sent to over 500 civil society organizations, the Conference of Civil Society for Transparency and Accountability has called for restraint and support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's efforts to revitalize the nation. The statement was signed by Comrade Olumuyiwa Onilede, the National Coordinator and Convener. He has urged civil society organizations to refrain from participating in protests that may disrupt the peace and hinder progress. Instead, they should give President Bola Tinubu the necessary space and time to implement his strategic measures aimed at bringing about positive change. Hello, I'm Rayo Motosho. You're watching Rootstv Nigeria. The hashtag End Bad Governance protest has become a rallying point dominating discussions and trending across Nigeria for the past few months. On August 1st to 10th, 2024, Nigerians are preparing to take their demands to the streets. Prominent politicians and activists are encouraging people to participate, drawing inspiration from the youth-led movements in Kenya, where Kenyans in their thousands stormed major streets across multiple regions. It all started as anti-finance bill demonstrations last month, but it has now escalated into widespread anti-government protests. Today's rallying call from that protest, organizers call it hashtag Occupy Everywhere. And so the August protest is planned in all 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. Although some of the organizers, particularly from the northern region, remain anonymous, the African Action Congress, AAC 2023 presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore has been campaigning for the August protest through his social media handles. Sowore, who has led several protests across the country, says the revolution will begin in August. Quoting Victor Hugo, which says, "Nothing else in the world, not all the armies, is so powerful as an idea whose time has come."
We must remain who we are. This Tinubu government will make it so easy to let a revolution happen in Nigeria. You'll be surprised. Because, yes, I'm serious. Because it's as if it's a blessing in disguise for a revolutionary Nigeria. He will be moving from mistake to mistake to the point that the people will have no option than to join hands and push all of them out. You can go and quote me anywhere. There's all these ones that people are looking around now. They think people are stupid. People are not stupid. People are just watching. One day you put them to the wall and they will push back. Because there is suffering in this country right now. It's not.
I'm worried. I'm worried for this president. I'm worried for myself.
Wow.
There's problem out there. A bag of rice is now selling for 100,000. A bag of maize is selling for 100,000. My wife was telling me that a basket of tomato is about 100,000 too. Onions. Every food is going up, the price. Inflation is 40%. The value of an naira is going down. And then, not only that, when you tell people in government that, hey, people are hungry, angry, and they are preparing, or there are signs that they will revolt, and you say, no, don't worry about them. That is very, very dangerous.
Similarly, a flyer circulating on social media titled End Bad Governance in Nigeria 2024 by anonymous groups attributed the planned protest to 10 government policies they say have imposed unexpected hardship on Nigerians. Are the protesters asking for too much? Their grievances encompass a wide range of issues, including calls for reinstatement of fuel and forex subsidies, a reduction in tuition fees for tertiary institutions, addressing inequality, opening Nigerian borders for food imports, and advocating for a new minimum wage, as initially proposed by the Nigeria Labour Congress. To quote Professor Farouk Berudi, he said, "Every day is worse, less hopeful, and more precarious than the previous day for most Nigerians." He said even hope, which the French philosopher François de la Rochefoucauld assured us is the last thing that dies in humans, is desperately going into a death spiral. Professor Farouk Berudi said that's an ominous signal President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would do well to not take lightly.
Tell Atiku to stay where
can
he
go
is.
back to UK and continue his life. He has tried. You know, he has done well. He opened our eyes, no problem. But the new Nigeria we are talking about, all of them, Gaskia, all of them, we no want. We go just choose one neutral person. We never touch leadership before. We never smell politics before. Carry and put there. So what we are telling you is that we are coming with a list, and I've said it. Eboji go to no now. Where my own matter is now is fuel. That first week we are starting that thing. Put fuel at 100 naira first. So that we will know whether we are dealing with animals or we are dealing with idiots. We know you people are cows already. But from that first week, as you hear Pium, bring down fuel to 100 naira first. I don't care how you want to do it. I don't know about the analysis of oil in Nigeria. Nothing concerns me with that mass. If you can buy private jet for yourself, if you can do 21 billion naira house for one person, vice president, I can buy for 100 naira. I don't know where you want to bring the money from. I don't know whether it has anything to do with production. If our production will go to 3 million barrels from that first week of protest, provided fuel sells for 100 naira in this country, I don't care.
The upcoming protest has also seen a significant shift in the north, where participation in past protests has been a topic of debate. In recent years, many from the north refrained from joining popular #EndSARS protests, saying it was un-Islamic. However, there is a noticeable change in sentiments now, as the notion that protest is not haram has gained traction. Recall that angry youths and women had in February this year taken to the streets of Minna, the Niger state capital, and Kano to protest the astronomical rise in prices of food and other essential commodities in the market. The most surprising of them all is from renowned cleric Sheikh Abubakar Gumi. In a video clip making the rounds on social media, he recalled that former President Muhammadu Buhari protested against the administration of the then President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Gumi lambasted what he termed the government's inconsistent stance on protests, pointing out that in 2015, Muhammadu Buhari and other All Progressives Congress APC officials led protests against the previous government. He said then protest was legal, but now it is illegal.
Nigeria ba Libya bace. Shan Sudan mutane ɗaya ne, 'yan uwa ke faɗa, kusan faɗan 'yan uwa bai da kyau ko? Libya 'yan uwa ke faɗa, faɗan 'yan uwa yana da kyau? Mu nan fa ƙabilu daban, yare daban, addinai daban, a cikin addini ɗayan ma kai misali izala an zauna lafiya? To yaushe za a yi, to wa zai yaƙi wani? Ba wanda zai yaƙi wani. Ba wanda zai yaƙi wani. Insha Allah za a yi abin na ƙare lafiya, kuma gwamnati za ta fahimci yaran kuma ta gyara.
And so, as Nigeria braces itself for the upcoming protest on August 1st, the nation stands at a critical juncture. The Nigerian police force is reportedly initiating plans to stop the planned protest. The police, in an internal memo, said that some groups are mobilizing for mass protest across the country from the 1st to the 10th of August 2024. The memo, dated July 8th, and copied to Zonal Deputy Inspectors General of Police, urged officers to be proactive and mobilized well-equipped and armed personnel ahead of the protest. Also, Nigerian public office holders, especially lawmakers, are fidgeting over possible attacks on them. Last week, the Senate at plenary expressed fear that angry Nigerians may resort to attack and revolt against public office holders as a result of the prevailing hardship. The debate followed a motion titled Urgent Need to Address Food Insecurity and Exploitation of Consumables in Nigeria. The bill was sponsored by Senator Sunday Karimi Steve, representing Kogi West Senatorial District, and it was co-sponsored by Senator Ali Ndume, representing Borno South. A Labour Party chieftain, Kayode Oyeniro, in an interview with the Daily Post newspaper, said if the protest is allowed to go ahead, government officials might have to find somewhere to hide. He said since 2023, the Tinubu-led government has only been making promises. For instance, the Port Harcourt refinery, which they said would begin in December, it's still not operational. Oyenira also referred to the CNG vehicles, which the government said that when CNG vehicles are launched, prices of products will plummet. Where are the vehicles? How long will Nigerians have to wait? Oyenira said people are suffering. People have reached a point where they're not afraid of anything anymore. If you stay behind, you can starve. And if you protest, you can die. So they will tell you that it is better to protest and die. We have never been like this before. Will this protest be the catalyst for the desired transformation in Nigeria? Only time will tell.